Welcome back to NFL in Review. This is going to be week 9 of the 2025 NFL season. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. First game, we have the Indianapolis Colts against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what's this? The Indianapolis Colts lose a second game against the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers? Now, okay, this was a closer game than you would have thought, right? It's not like this was a complete blowout. I mean, look at the score. It's 20-27, right? Pittsburgh wins at home, okay? You guys remember last week, it was Green Bay Packers against the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And the Steelers wore their ugly bumblebee jerseys. This time they weren't wearing those. They weren't wearing those things. But the one thing that I don't understand is that now that the Colts lost their second game, people are starting to say that Daniel Jones is a fraud. Now, I want you guys to, really understand, what you guys are saying. How can a team with only their second loss of the season, and now they're considered frauds? Or at least Daniel Jones is considered a fraud. I don't think so. I would not, just because, oh, boo-hoo, Daniel Jones lost a game, lost a second game of the season, and now all of a sudden he's a fraud. Come on. This is not going to be the downfall of the Colts. People are saying, oh, he's being reset, factory reset, Daniel Jones has been factory reset, and now he's back to Giants territory. He's in this Giants way of thinking. And I'm just sitting there like, guys, he just lost a game. It happens to everybody, Just because you lose a second game of the season, they're still in the top of the league. Well, I mean, I think it's the Broncos now because I think the Broncos are on a winning streak. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to talk about the Broncos in a little bit, okay? Just because the Colts lost, that doesn't mean they're falling off, okay? They're 7-2 against a 5-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to be fine. Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans. Now, let me just look at what kind of streak the Broncos have, because honestly, when I look at the standings on the official NFL app, they're the top of the league now. They knocked down the Indianapolis Colts for second, and now the Broncos are at first. Let me see here. Streak. This is their 6th winning streak. They won 6 games in a row. Well, so did the Patriots, which... Ugh. Denver Broncos versus Houston Texans, okay? Now, one of the things I gotta say is, C.J. Stroud got injured, which I really hate to see because I know I'm a Texans fan as well. Despite the Dallas Cowboys, so I like the Texans. So, it really pains me to see the Texans doing bad because they were in the playoffs last year. Now, to see that they're not doing as good, it's a different ballgame now. This is what I tell everybody. It's you really never know, what team is going to win and what team's going to lose. You never know which team is good and which team is actually bad. Unless you're the Denver Broncos. Because this is their 6th game in a row that they've won. Now listen, I love both quarterbacks. I like C.J. Stroud. I like Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix a lot. And the fact that his team is firing on all cylinders, just going and going and going, even though this was not a high-scoring game, the fact that they were able to pull this off, go 6 weeks in a row for wins, it really shows me that they are probably going to fight the Colts for a bye week on the playoffs. I really genuinely believe that. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm genuinely excited for the playoffs now because it's gonna be completely different teams. Even though my very team will not make it, but I mean that's a given. I knew they weren't gonna make it. So, but I'm happy for the Denver Broncos. Sucks to see the team that I was actually rooting for the Texans, because I have their shirt. I just want to see C.J. Stroud get better. So hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. Divisional rivalry game, NFC North. We have Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, okay, this is a home game, right? One thing that they did when it was on defense, when the Lions were on defense. Also, one thing I also have to say, this is J.J. McCarthy's first game back, I think, after 5 weeks of being out, and Vikings had Carson Wentz, and now J.J. McCarthy's back. And wouldn't you know it, Vikings get their win. Vikings got their win. One thing I think Amik Robertson, I think his name is, from the Detroit Lions, he was like, I'm a Lions fan, okay? I'm just gonna say what I am, okay? Like, I know I have shirts of other teams, so I'm just gonna say it how it is. I'm gonna say I'm a Lions fan, okay? I'm wearing a Dolphins jersey because I'm a Dolphins fan, but I'm saying I'm a Lions fan just for this, okay? I'm a Lions fan. I don't like the taunting that he did to Justin Jefferson, and props to Jettas for walking away, being mature about it, because not everything needs a reaction. I can't believe that, you know, Robertson was doing all of that just to freaking lose the game, like 3 points behind. Like, you're doing all that talk and then you freaking lose. Like, come on now. You're the freaking Detroit Lions. You were in the playoffs last year. Do better. Happy to see J.J. McCarthy back. The fact that, like, his post-game conference, he looked so emotional and happy to be back. I couldn't be more happy for him. He definitely cares about his team. He cares about his coach. He cares about his players. He cares about the game. He cares about the league. He just overall cares, you know, like, and that's something that I wish my team had, especially Tua Tagovailoa. Wish we had that, but happy to see JJ back, JJ McCarthy back. He's helping the Vikings win again, so maybe within the next couple of weeks we'll probably see more wins from them. I think they have the Ravens next, then they have the Bears, and they have the Packers. That's one thing I looked through, like, a little bit of the schedule and trying to see, like, who will win. So we're gonna see what happens. The Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. I think I made a prediction last week that the Packers were going to beat the Panthers. Look at this score. This was not a high-scoring game. 16-13. And now the Panthers have more wins than losses now. They're 5-4. Like, this is something I was not expecting from the Panthers at all. This is like, you know what's, it's becoming more apparent to me now. Like, people have been telling me, like, under the right circumstances, under any right circumstances, any team can beat anybody. And it also depends what schedule you have. Schedule, I wasn't looking at the Panthers schedule. I can't believe they beat the freaking Green Bay Packers. That team was going to be, I mean, obviously, like, you know, I mean, they're the Packers, though, but, like, I thought they were going to be on the road to the playoffs. I really did. But now that they lost to the Panthers, I don't even know. I don't even know about that. I guess Bryce Young wasn't having it. He just locked in. He saw all the hate that he was getting from the fans, and he's like, you know what? Let me prove this something to y'all. And he got it done. He got the win for Carolina. I just think the Packers lost because of the uniforms they were wearing. They lost from the uniforms they were wearing. You know how the Steelers got their, like, little bumblebee uniforms? Now the Packers had their, like, 1923 uniform where they had the old school, like, brown leather helmet. I mean, it wasn't actually leather, but it was made to look like leather. It just looks so ugly. I'm sorry, Packers fans. Like, I know you got your guys' history. Like, we don't have to celebrate history if you don't, you know, if you don't win games. So, and that sounds really bad coming from me, but sorry you guys lost to the Panthers of all teams. Let's move on to the next game. We have our AFC Championship game rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And this, from what I've seen, was actually a clean game. I didn't see any ref calls. I didn't see any, you know, favoritism. I just saw straight football. First down, second down, third down, fourth down, all of that for this game. And the Buffalo Bills come out with a win against the Chiefs. So now the Chiefs are 5-4, Buffalo 6-2. Okay? Still, Patrick Mahomes got me points in fantasy. He still did it. He was doing it. But Josh Allen was doing a little bit more. I'm happy that Buffalo got the win. You know, even though I'm a Dolphins fan, you guys all know this. Like, Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills are bitter divisional rivals. But you guys know where my hatred goes to. You guys know where my likes go to. My love for, you know, certain teams. Yes, I've said it time and time again, but I need to reiterate this because I feel like people don't know it enough. I am a Miami Dolphins fan, and I am very happy that the Buffalo Bills won against the Chiefs. I was going to say I hate the Chiefs, but I keep telling you guys that I don't, okay? I think AFC West is the only division that I don't really hate any team from that division. we could kind of say like Chiefs to like a lesser degree, but I can proudly say that I hate the Patriots. I can proudly say that I hate, you know, the Dallas Cowboys. I could say that I proudly hate the Chicago Bears. I can proudly say that I guess Steelers can go in that camp too, but also to a lesser degree. Maybe AFC North as well. I don't really hate any team from there. I don't really dislike the Steelers, but happy to see Buffalo take the win. Patrick Mahomes got me fantasy points. That little tush push that I saw from Buffalo, from Josh Allen, I didn't really think they made it that far, but you know, if they ruled it a touchdown, then they ruled it a touchdown, you know? I mean, who am I to say? I said that on Discord, and I got hate for it, but, you know, they deleted that thread, so that's alright. They deleted that section of the server, but it's alright. I don't care. Like, I have my thoughts on it, but whatever. It's gone now. Whatever. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Prime time Sunday Night Football. We got the Seattle Seahawks against the Washington Commanders. Seahawks blowing the Commanders out of the water for one reason only, and because Jaden Daniels came back from the Commanders. He came back. They played on sacred burial grounds. Johnny Two Guns. Man, Jaden Daniels just is having a rough season. Like, he wasn't playing for most of it, and now he has a dislocated arm or elbow, I think. His elbow went the wrong way. I watched the game. His elbow went the wrong way. It just looked nasty. I like Jaden Daniels. Like, he's one of the few quarterbacks I actually genuinely like. You know, I mean, I like a lot of quarterbacks, but Jaden Daniels is one of my top 5, I would say. Like, if you guys saw last year in his rookie season, he went as far as the NFC Championship game. Like, in his rookie season. Not a lot of people could say that. Not a lot of players can say that. That's why Jaden Daniels has my respect, because he went the distance. And he's a dog, okay? It really breaks my damn heart to see Jaden Daniels out now. Like, I wanted to see him do good. I wanted to see him make it far again this season. And from the way it's looking, it's just not going that way. I mean, the Seahawks had their number, like. And if you go to the other side, like for the Seattle Seahawks, like Sam Darnold is now firing on all cylinders too. I mean, look at the score, 38-14. I mean, you got Sam Darnold, you got Cooper Kupp. Look at that. You know, like that just... I got a lot of hate for saying that Sam Darnold was not that good when it came to, you know, the Vikings. But, I mean, they made it to the playoffs, so I guess I can't really say anything like that. And especially when Tua is my quarterback for the Dolphins, I really can't say anything. Sam Darnold doing better. Happy to see it. Glad to see them, you know, all going. I just want Jaden Daniels to recover because I want to see the Commanders do good. It's only his second season, his sophomore season. He had such a great season last year. Such a great season last year. And now, this is one of the worst sophomore seasons anybody could have. But I'm just wishing Jaden Daniels a speedy recovery. That's all I'm saying. Monday Night Football. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm just checking in with Cowboys fans to see if y'all are still the boys, because I was not expecting the Cardinals to win, honestly, but Cowboys are gonna cowboy. And honestly, that's all I have to say. Let's go Cardinals, rise up Red Sea. I told you guys I was going to do it. I told everybody that I was going to do this. I told everybody last week that if the Miami Dolphins did not win, I would switch to a Baltimore Ravens shirt. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, I want you guys to take a look at the score. Did Miami score a touchdown? Or did they just make 3 field goals? Or 2 field goals, rather. 2 field goals. I'm messing up my numbers here. And the only reason I think that we got demolished the way we did was because Lamar Jackson came back for this game, giving Baltimore Ravens their 3rd win. Remember how I told you guys, way back, even before I started this series. Before I started this series of the 2025 in review NFL season, whatever I'm saying, that I thought the Baltimore Ravens were going to win the Super Bowl. I had a lot of wrong mistakes. I said a lot of things that were completely wrong. The Ravens are not making it. I don't even think they're making it to the playoffs at this rate. Especially not the Dolphins. I mean, we're 2-7 now. I know I'm wearing a Baltimore Ravens shirt now, but look at the Dolphins, okay? Oh, speaking of which, guess who finally, after 9 weeks of the season, gets fired from the Miami Dolphins? None other than General Manager Chris Grier. He gets fired. They let him go. I want to preface this by saying that I was going to say this was going to be a step in the right direction for the Dolphins, but knowing the Dolphins and knowing exactly how their season went, how their season is going so far, and the next week's going forward, it's not going to make any difference. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it's not going to make any difference. Because when you have Mike McDaniel as your coach, when you have Tua Tagovailoa as your quarterback, your starting quarterback, and you keep making those plays that defense can easily read, defense easily has your number, like, you're just not gonna do it. I mean, we went up against the fucking Baltimore Ravens of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, okay? Two complete monsters on the field. When you have the rushing pass of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, rushing yards or passing yards, whatever terminology you want to use, when you have that combo, it is a deadly combination. A deadly combination of which you cannot do anything, okay? I have seen Lamar Jackson play. I have seen Derrick Henry play. They are not to be reckoned with. They are made to have you scared. They are meant to have you shaking in your boots, shivering your timbers, okay? They are meant to frighten you. They are meant to get you frightened, have you petrified, terrified. And I think that's exactly what happened to the Dolphins. Are they going to rule Lamar Jackson out for next week? I don't know. The Baltimore Ravens already had their bye week, so they're going to be playing all the games from this week forward. Next week, let's see who the Baltimore Ravens have. The Baltimore Ravens have the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting game. But for week 10, the Miami Dolphins face, once again, the Buffalo Bills. I cannot believe I'm saying that right now. I mean, obviously they're division, so we have one home game and one away game. Obviously, we're facing the Bills at home this time. It's gonna be a home game. They're the Buffalo fucking Bills. Of course they're gonna fucking demolish us. When week 3 happened last week, when week 3 happened with the last game that we played the Bills at, I already congratulated them, the Buffalo Bills, on their win. And that was like the day before. And now, I'm gonna have to do this a week fucking early and say congratulations to the Buffalo Bills on their win. I have a coworker, right, that is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. I don't know if she's watching this right now, but if I see her on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I will already congratulate her on the win against the Dolphins. And then she's gonna tell me we didn't play yet, and I'm like, exactly. Congratulations. You're going up against the freaking Dolphins, okay? The 2-7 Miami Dolphins of 2025. You know what the sad thing is? The sad thing about this game from the Dolphins is that there was a packed audience, at least in the beginning. Once they saw the Ravens started making touchdowns like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and all that, and then when defense, we couldn't even get past their defense, more people just left. And even when it's half a crowd, even when it's a quarter of the crowd that was already there, I think that's way too many people to be at a Dolphins game. You're spending $200, $300, $400 on those season tickets just to watch your team lose? Just to watch your team lose. Is that what you want to do with your life? And this was a primetime game. Let me remind you. I usually save the Dolphins games for last because they're my team. This was a Thursday night football game. Prime time. On Amazon Prime. Just because we fired Chris Grier, that's not going to change anything. They're still going to be the same ass sucky ass Dolphins as they were the past 9 weeks. The past 8 to 9 weeks. And then to make matters worse, we play the Buffalo Bills next week. Week 11, we got the Commanders in Madrid. I don't know how that's going to fare for us. We had 3 home games in a row. We had this game which we lost. Next game we're going to lose. That's going to be the final home game, the final international game, actually. So hopefully the Spanish people, they appreciate a good football game. But if you're a Dolphins fan like I am, you know pain. You know the pain of being a Dolphins fan like me. I am ashamed. I know, look at me. Look at me, look at me. I have a Baltimore Ravens shirt on, and it's only because I promised myself that I was going to do this if the Ravens won. And we had our backs blown out. The fact that we fired Chris Grier, that does not change anything. Maybe in the corporate office it might change a lot. We might have some things that need to be done. They might change around some things, but from what I've heard, Mike McDaniel is going to be the coach for the rest of the season. Most likely, at least for the rest of this season. That's what they told us. A lot of people are saying that Mike McDaniel is not that bad of a coach, and maybe he's not. Okay, let's give Mike McDaniel the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's hear him out for a second. Let's just say he is a good coach. Okay, at least a decent coach at that. Okay, he has the Miami Dolphins. He's got Tua Tagovailoa, who cannot. He wore a visor again, but he didn't do it. He didn't get the job done. I think Tua reached his cap. Tua reached his full potential. And now I think it's time for him to just go. I don't think many people are allowed to some people are just not meant to play this long. When you have a lot of injuries and concussions and you're injury prone to a hard-hitting sport like football, you just need to ask yourself, what are you doing? But with the schedule that we've had, I expected a lot better. And now going forward, we got the Bills, we got the Commanders, and then week 12 is our bye week, so there's not going to be any game there. We go up against the Saints, we go up against the Jets, we go up against the Steelers, we go up against the Bengals, and we go up against the Buccaneers. Then week 18, I don't know what week 18 is going to bring us. Week 18, we have the Patriots. Now, if I can predict correctly, if I can do this for once, okay? For once. Week 10, we're definitely going to lose to the Bills. There's no denying that. They're the fucking Buffalo Bills, okay? Week 11, Jaden Daniels is going to be out, okay? Dolphins against the Washington Commanders, we might be able to win that one. Let's just say we might win that one, okay? Let's just say for the sake of argument, we might win that one. So we're going to be 3-8 for losses, okay? Let's just say that. Then week 12 is going to be our bye week. We're not playing there. We might win against the Saints. I mean, if we lose against the Saints, then, then we might as well be, scraping the bottom of the shit barrel, for teams. They got Tyler Shuck now, the Saints. The Saints have Tyler Shuck now. They put Spencer Rattler on the back burner, and they lost a game. We might be able to win that one. So let's say that one is 4-8. Let's just say that one's 4-8. Okay. We go up against the Jets. That's 5-8 probably. Steelers are 5-8. Then 5-9 for the Steelers. Then probably 5-10 for the Bengals. 5-11 for the Buccaneers, and then or 5-12. Is it 5-12? 5-11, 5-12. Man, I lost count at this point, but I know we're going to lose a majority of these next games. That I know for sure. Now I know that we can't beat the Patriots because look at that. The Patriots have 7 wins and 2 losses, the same as the Broncos. The same as the Broncos, the same as the Colts. Patriots are back at the top of the AFC East. I'm sorry, Patriots fans. I actually like y'all. Okay? I like Patriots fans. I get along with pretty much any fan, but the team itself I just cannot stand. All respect to Drake May, obviously. Because he's he's making everybody look good. He's making his team look good. He's looking good, and the team makes him look good in return. It's just when you've been watching like football and the Super Bowl for me, actually. I used to always watch just the Super Bowl. I was never really into the season. Now I know about like play calls. Now I know about like offense, defense. Now I know about different teams, different divisions, different and all that. Just seeing the Patriots win game after, well, not really. They just make it game after game, year after year to the same Super Bowl, the same championship. And I don't even hate Tom Brady like that. I actually like Tom Brady a lot, but they're still divisional rivals. I just don't like the Patriots. I don't hate the people on the team. I just hate the team in general. I just hate seeing the logo. I sound like a New York Jets fan, but I'm a Dolphins fan. Dolphins fans are supposed to hate the Buffalo Bills, and the New York Jets are supposed to hate the Patriots. But I'm a Dolphins fan. I do not like the Patriots. They're still in our division. I don't care. I don't care. They're still in our division. I don't care. Buffalo Bills I can handle because I actually like the Bills. Okay? I like the Buffalo Bills. But I know we are going to lose to the Patriots when it comes to the very last week of the season. I just know it. Unless we switch our quarterbacks. But I know that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I really hope that things change. If we're keeping everything as is, we are not winning. If we switch around a couple things, if we put Quinn Ewers out there, if we put Zach Wilson out there even, like, we could potentially do better, but the coaches don't want to do that. General manager doesn't want to do that. Stephen Ross doesn't even want to fucking do that. The only thing that Stephen Ross wants to do is renovate Hard Rock Stadium. The Hard Rock Stadium that not many fans are going to go to anymore because we keep on fucking losing. How do we even have a better score than the Jets? Like, honest to God, how? I told everybody that we deserve a win this season only because of how bad things are going now. I don't like saying all this stuff. I don't like being pessimistic about that kind of thing. I want to see my team do good. I already gave up. I already gave up hope. I don't even have hope for this season. I don't have hope for next season either. Like, I don't care if things are going to be starting anew. Like, I don't even know what the new, like, what the schedule is going to be next week. None of us do. We're focused on this season. And this season is terrible. Like, the teams that I picked, they're not doing good. The teams that I picked to be my favorites from each division, they're not doing good. Well, some of them are. Some of them are, actually, but not all. Okay? Let's see the league standings. Rams are top 5 at least, so that's good. They're above the Eagles, okay. Then we got Tampa Bay, okay. Lions are in the middle of the pack. Texans are getting there. And if Miami Dolphins are one down from the Las Vegas Raiders, and I like the Raiders too. I actually like the freaking Raiders. And look at that, out of all the teams, this is on the official app, by the way. Out of all the teams I decided to like pick as my main team, the Miami Dolphins, they're at the bottom of all of them that I like. I'm done talking about the Giants. I'm done talking about football. I hate the Miami Dolphins. I hate what they're doing to me. I hate that I picked the fan. I don't know why I did this to myself. I wasn't even born to this. I wasn't even born into this. I willingly chose the Miami Dolphins as my team, and they fucking suck! Thank you all for watching Week 9. I will be back for Week 10, where I will talk about how badly we lost to the Buffalo Bills. For the second time. For the second time in a row. We lost Week 3, and we're going to lose Week 10. I'm just expecting it at this point. Not even putting my expectations high through the roof. I will come back next week talking about how I hate the Dolphins. It's going to be the same thing every week. I'm going to complain about the Dolphins. I'm going to explain how Tua sucks, how Mike McDaniel needs to get better at coaching. All this stuff is the same thing you've heard all this past season throughout the Week 9s. Week 9, the whole week, all this season. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.